Bayonetta is the final third-party character for Smash 4 and a fan choice after winning the Smash ballot, out of characters that Nintendo could reasonably obtain. Now, Goku and Shrek are not coming to Smash. Regardless, let's dive right into the moveset history and origins of everyone's favorite Umbra Witch.
Bayonetta!
Having come from a combo-heavy action game, Bayonetta is a crazy character, complete with her own unique mechanic, bullet arts. You'll notice that on either of her two outfits, which correspond with her two games, Bayonetta uses 4 guns at the same time, one in each of her hands and one on each of her heels. Just like in her games, Bayonetta can hold her position after performing a physical attack to rapidly fire multiple bullets at her enemies. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but it certainly makes Bayonetta a character that's difficult to master. Her moves, on the other hand, come almost entirely from her series, and if they don't have a name, I'll be letting you know their button combination. I'll try to fly through these basics as fast as possible, so please bear with me. Bayonetta's standard attack is her basic punch combo. You do it by tapping the punch button a lot of times. You can do this exact same combo in the air in the Bayonetta games, which comes to Smash as her forward aerial. Her side tilt is her basic kick combo, and is executed in Bayonetta the way you'd expect. Push the kick button a bunch of times. Bayonetta's down tilt comes from the last attack in her punch-punch-kick combo. If you continue to hold down the attack button, you'll notice that her gun hold animation is also identical. Bayonetta's up tilt, on the other hand, is her lock-on back punch, which in her series knocks enemies into the air. This is also a great segue for discussing her aerials in Smash. Bayonetta has her down aerial, which is her standard aerial kick attack, her neutral aerial is her aerial spin kick, and her up aerial is her aerial hold kick. Now that all the easy stuff is out of the way, let's dive into some of Bayonetta's juicier moves, the actual name techniques. Of course, it's only fitting to start off with her special attacks. Her neutral special is a combination of 2 techniques, Bullet Climax and the Charge Shot. Bullet Climax provides an easy way for Bayonetta to keep her combos going, while the Charge Shot is exactly what it sounds like, a more powerful blast that can be charged up. Bayonetta's up special is her Witch Twist technique and can easily transition into her side special. This attack is actually based on 2 different moves, depending on if it's performed on the ground or in the air. On the ground, Bayonetta's side special is her heel slide, but in the air, it's her afterburner kick. This is fitting because if you try to do an aerial heel slide in the Bayonetta series, she will instead perform a downwards afterburner kick. It's a nice subtle reference in Smash that also ends up totally changing her aerial game. As for her last special, well, it also has 2 different incarnations. Bayonetta's down special is Witch Time, which at first glance is just another counterattack. Yet what sets this move apart from Fire Emblem characters and the like is that what actually ends up happening is that Bayonetta slows down her opponent, leaving them vulnerable to an attack. The Witch Time dodge animation can also be seen in Bayonetta's back dodge. This is fitting considering that Witch Time in the Bayonetta series is one of its main mechanics. It allowed Bayonetta to dodge attacks, but also slow down the entire world around her. This obviously had to be nerfed for Smash. If Witch Time is activated late, however, Bayonetta will instead perform her Bat Within ability. In Smash, this reduces the amount of damage that Bayonetta takes, but works totally opposite of how it worked in her Origin games, where you activate it by dodging at the very last second, and then it instantly started Witch Time. Thankfully, this is referenced in her spot dodge animation, so I'll allow it because at least that's accurate to the source game. As for other moves, Bayonetta's dash attack is her stiletto technique, her forward throw is the Tetsuzanko, and her pummel comes from one of her many torture moves that involves rapidly slapping her enemies. Now, you might have noticed that Bayonetta's smash attacks are, unique, to say the least. So, let me explain. Bayonetta gets a lot of her power from the demon that she made a pact with, Madama Butterfly. This is why Bayonetta's double jump and even her shadow bear a butterfly motif. So, as an Umbra Witch, Bayonetta's outfit is made out of her hair, which, outside of clothing her, also acts as a conduit of Madama Butterfly's powers. Now, let's bring that full circle to her smash attacks. These are known as Wicked Weaves, and they summon the limbs of Madama Butterfly for devastating blows. The only one of these with an actual name, however, is her down smash, the heel stomp. It also seems like her down throw is the heel stomp as well, albeit without the Madama Butterfly heel. Regardless, since Bayonetta's hair is the magical conduit, and her outfit is made out of said hair, it's obvious that her clothing disappears when she uses a Wicked Weave. Since Smash Bros. Has an E10 plus rating, Bayonetta's outfit only slightly disappears, but in her Origin games, it's quite a bit more. Now, just to make things clear, Madama Butterfly is not the only demon that Bayonetta is able to summon. In fact, she calls upon a totally different one for her final smash, the Infernal Climax. This puts the entire stage into Witch Time, and Bayonetta can attack her slowed down opponents in order to fill up the climax gauge. When filled, Bayonetta summons the demon Gamora, and another gauge pops up, dealing more damage as it's filled. This is nearly identical to how Gamora functions when summoned in Bayonetta, usually as a finishing attack. All that leaves are her taunts taunts, and some fun tidbits. Did you know that Bayonetta's crouch is the pose that she strikes at the conclusion of her breakdance attack? Or how about that her taunts are the longest out of any character in the Smash Bros. Series? They're so much longer that you can actually cancel out of them. But where do they actually come from? Well, Bayonetta's up taunt is her long taunt from Bayonetta 2, her down taunt is from the cutscene where she encounters the Angel Joy for the first time, and while I can't find exactly where her side taunt is from, the dialogue that she speaks comes directly from her taunt in Bayonetta 2, but only when she's wielding the weapon Salamandra. So Bayonetta is an angel hunter. She kills them dead. Hey, look at that. It's a clever segue into this month's Dead Crate from Loot Crate. Last month we got some crazy cool things like this X-Files t-shirt, a multi-pass, and this facehugger plushie, but if you sign up by the 19th, you can get some exclusive merch from Deadpool, The Walking Dead, and much more. In all seriousness, sponsors like Loot Crate help us keep making awesome videos, so it would mean a lot to us if you would show them some love too. And hey, you get a little something back if you go to lootcrate.com/theorist and use code theorist at checkout so you can get 10% off. It's a win-win situation for everybody. That way you can be watching this and you can support the show and also get some cool stuff in the meantime. But hey, we really do appreciate it and thank you so much for watching and supporting us. Now, if you want to watch some more of our excellent videos, and just click that little eye in the corner, you can check out our moveset history of Cloud Strife in Smash. It's a good one. I worked pretty hard on it.